start streaming.
Alright, so now let me get to that chat.
We're streaming. And now let me get us to this live stream.
Livestream.com?
Yikes.
Live stream question mark? It's
Can
always,
you actually?
It is always so difficult for me to find it.
We're all
but-
like matching. Look how refined we look with the
Refined.
wide angle and everything.
Wow, look at us.
I don't know. I mean, that does look pretty nice.
Yeah,
Right?
I-
That's what I'm
it does look
saying.
good.
I
Hi.
don't know if I
Ooh,
Oh, it's
here
weird.
we are.
So, for the people playing along at home, we have a treat for you. We'll get into that in a little bit, but we have ourselves on a delay. Wow, the delay's not that
It's
bad.
not that bad.
We
But
have ourselves up on a VCR old TV thing.
we're also here.
CRT.
So we
CRT.
have, yes, what Jeff is saying is we have our live stream
Trying to say.
on CRT, and also we have the review feed over here, and we're live this way. All we need is a hologram over here, and we're set.
Of Evan.
Get
Of
Tu-
Evan.
Just him spinning
Get
on
Tupac
like an
and
axis.
Andrew Yang in the background.
Oh my
This
God, I forgot.
hologram.
Dude, I forgot the decorations.
Okay.
They're
The
upstairs.
next time we kill Evan.
Well,
Wait, you
so-
have them?
Yes! Welcome to the best stream ever.
The best streak. Did you name it that?
No, I didn't name it anything. I did not do a damn thing.
just wear
Jeff,
them
tell
like
them what's
lace.
happening.
So the best stream ever is in direct honor of a night of legend from years ago, which was the best night ever. It was the night we recorded, well, the night preceding,
before,
we recorded the Jim Thorpe video, because Evan was a big baby, and I think we touched upon this in one of the Q&As. He couldn't join us. It was like a Thursday or Friday night. I worked late, but immediately after work, me and Vinny drove up to the Poconos. His family had rented a sweet house, the house in the video, for the whole season, and we just had the best night ever. And Evan was not there to enjoy it with
No,
us.
he wasn't.
So it made every fond memory, every bond we shared, and there were a lot of bonds shared.
There was.
A lot of bonds formed.
A lot of bonds.
All that sweeter because, you know, it was brotherhood
Yes.
without the other brother.
3 is an odd number. And now
But yeah, so now
we're here without again.
anytime we have to do anything without Evan, it's the best night ever.
And it ends up just happening that way. It's not our fault.
And we love him, of course, but
It's karma.
so
So
the thing was,
if this was his idea,
yeah,
first of
no,
all,
it's literally us running a joke into the ground for now, probably pushing 5 years.
Yes.
Because he was super hyped to do this. We all put the time, off and whatnot to let's go do it. It was with him having to get I almost said clown makeup, him having to get the rake makeup on.
basically.
So he was all prepared mentally to do this. And then he said, I can't go up with you guys tonight. I'll drive up tomorrow morning. And we're like, okay.
And then he came and got covered in cold, slimy clay.
As soon as he gets out of the car, he's like, all right, let's go. No,
Meanwhile,
no.
we've had a full 12 hours
We
of
were
like
playing ping
pool,
pong.
ping pong, the fireplace,
The fireplace,
was there.
hot
We made
cocoa.
quesadillas.
Yes, we did.
No, we made wontons.
Remember we had a bag, I was going to call it, a bag of meat that we discarded the chicken?
Yes, it was a good time. But tonight is going to be in the vein of that. We've got a couple things planned that are out of the usual, not of our usual stream. The first is going to be
Well, okay, jumping right into it.
jump right into it. Thanks for
Well,
$2.
Yeah,
I was
thank
just
you,
about to say,
Alex Puskar.
I'm my own mod.
good evening over here in Virginia from Alex Puskar.
We were talking about Virginia.
Oh,
We were talking about Virginia.
for different reasons. Well, thank you. Yeah, tonight I think we're going to be uploading it to the channel itself, but we're going to show you so we can watch at the same time one of our alternate takes of. I think it's incorrectly titled right now. It's not Dead End with a Pulse, where I die. It's the one where Evan discovers from the series from EMH when Evan discovers the cameras in his basement and
Yes.
he's all beaten up by our friend Nick, who is our friend Tom.
Yes. So at this point, I mean, I guess we're not technically past the 10-year mark. So spoiler alert: spoilers are in effect. If you have not seen,
Oh yes.
but for some reason are all the way up, if you have not seen about halfway through our series,
Yeah, probably
a couple years
halfway
into our
is.
series, turn your eyes away, avert them now, close your ears, hear and see no evil. But you can taste the rainbow, and we're gonna play it and react to it with you. I think, right?
Yeah, why
Shall
not? And this will be uploaded by itself
Yes.
afterwards, so you don't
You
hear
don't have
us
to hear our
and the
commentary.
house squeaking, yelling at us. And,
Oh yeah. Do you want to say though, nothing
Oh,
is
yes.
canon.
Yeah, so this is something we'll probably have to reiterate this going forward, and I don't think there's really anything that could be misconstrued, but just with the way we planned the series and what we chose to leave out and the timing of certain things, it's important to remember that everything you guys are seeing now is from a snapshot in time and should not allow you to alter your view or theories of the understanding of our story.
Yeah, this is just to show you that we
had something from that.
had other things.
There was an alternate take. That's really what it is. Deleted scenes, really, because you'll see some things that you've seen before, but it's going to be a lot different in how it's set up. Did you see this yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so should we get
Well,
to
you
it?
watched it like 2 seconds ago. Yeah, that's right.
May I?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, hopefully this works.
Yeah, so bear with us if
Fingers crossed.
there's noise pollution.
And let us know if you can't hear it.
Remember, do not take this as canon.
It's canon.
It's
But
not canon.
I don't think
It's
there's
not.
really anything different anyway, but
Oh, there it is. Can we hear? Do we have out?
it doesn't start yet. Wow, we just jumped right into that, huh?
But I think Nick, maybe.
I don't know. He's not that bright. I mean, yeah, you know, he likes to joke. Yeah, he's not
Exactly.
that bright.
But he's not that bright, so he wouldn't know to be like, oh, here I am, you know?
I just know it's not
The only thing that gets me, the only thing that really gets me is
Well, give it a second to catch up because there was no audio in the beginning there.
Yeah, I was going to say we're definitely. There should
Apparently,
be audio now.
you know, we're doing that, filming, you know, the health thing, and then we're doing the.
You guys may hear a little bit of a
Feedback.
here because I'm going to turn it up.
Um,
I was going to say,
Well,
are we on?
Apparently, some joker thought that it would be funny
Okay, so that's coming through.
to break into my house dressed up as a Slender Man.
Tom is on 4 screens right now. Anybody else? Yes.
No, I know.
5 screens of Tom. I just sent this to him.
Take a
I haven't
picture
talked
of
to
We
you
that.
haven't
guys
talked
on
to him in
6
4 years. Here you go. Oh, we're talking over
Oh, shit, Evan, do you need anything?
Somebody said it's hard to hear. Is there anything extra ear hurting?
Nope, I'm good.
Well, I know you're not looking too pretty, but do you mind if I film this?
You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. Please just turn the fucking camera off. The last thing I need is a goddamn camera in my face.
Lily,
alright?
it's hard to hear us.
All right, all
It's hard
right.
to hear the video.
because the video is quiet.
Evan says, yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? You called us all frantic and here you...
We are.
And sexy.
Don't say that.
Don't be afraid. It's my only chance.
Yeah.
Well, as you guys can see, I'm not looking my best. And that's because I had a visitor today.
Lily says it's hard
Thought
to
that,
hear both of you.
thought that he broke into my house. He thought,
That's 'cause we brought the audio in.
Yeah.
a year ago.
Yeah, so we brought the audio on us down so that you guys can enjoy the video.
He broke into my
We'll come
house
back
today.
full force when we're done.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
speaking
really?
heavy.
Yeah. Snuck into my
How
basement.
old were y'all?
I don't know how the fuck I didn't hear him coming down my stairs. I mean,
He's a monster.
the kid's got tree trunks for legs, yeah. But,
What year are we in right
So,
There he
it
was.
2021 here.
Yeah.
18,
attacked me.
24, 29, 37.
kid, do you ever love
That's the quickest way to
at
get
me
there.
back and forth across my own
I
patio?
know, I had hair. It's incredible. I was so
I
young.
don't know why he didn't say anything. He didn't say a fucking word. And
Yeah, no, we'll get to speculate with
asked
them
him.
after because there's a lot of
what do you want? What's the matter?
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll get back to you guys. You know, I'm going to turn up the gain just a little bit because I'm sure that we are getting so drowned out.
I don't remember everything about the fight, but something I need you guys. I needed to talk to you guys about was that I
I didn't even
blacked
notice
out,
his shirt.
sort of.
Shirt doesn't have on.
You know, he had me up against the wall,
When he's getting the shit kicked out of him, I think.
Yeah, what's he got on?
and I kind
How
of
does anybody even notice that?
phased out.
I'm sitting exactly like that right now.
Yeah, isn't it weird to look up?
Unbelievable.
Back and forth. But what I remember most is that
Ugh,
tree.
sick.
Oh my god.
That
I
tree
hate it.
fucking hiking. What was a hiking trail? Yeah, ball paint. Ball paint.
It's funny how
I remember
shitty
seeing
the
that
video
tree.
quality is.
I remember seeing the fucking
Bright
sky.
outside video just.
I remember feeling the
It
grass.
always looks,
Yeah.
We were in my basement. We were in my
Was this still
basement the whole
flipped at this
fucking
point?
time. When I came to, I was in my
No, but it
basement.
wasn't a good Sony.
It was the first
It
one.
was an in between.
I still
We still
have a version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the original. Ah, somebody said they're a bit late. What are they looking at? This is an unreleased alternate take of one of our videos.
I think he's dead. And I think he died.
I like that I just got like a weird backhanded Seth Green-esque
God
compliment.
damn.
Like a actor in the mid-2000s action comedy.
Oh, it feels good to be back in my favorite toy. Thank you, my friend, for helping him, open the doors a little. But, unfortunately...
I remember like this day explicitly.
But don't be disappointed, son. You did real good.
I always switch it, but it doesn't really seem. Like I think it just filters spam easier.
I say that, but then I didn't even see the fandom thing.
It's alright. It's alright. It's all over now.
Somebody said this take is P bad, which is why it was not
Release.
the right take, right?
Yeah.
So nobody, we're not going to guarantee quality on any of these because one, they're
Could just be
Jesus.
making this up. This could be what your
Some of them are
brain's
going to be almost 10 years old.
Maybe he just left.
This is really just for.
Where was Steph?
This is also a speaking heavy video.
Right.
I really think if you watch this again without everybody spamming chat and us talking in your ear,
Yeah.
there is a good narrative to it. This was literally the first draft after we shot the video that I sat down and threw something out there. And then we went back and completely re-recorded it because you guys had the idea with Evan and the bandages and stuff.
Would we consider this an age question?
We might be able to talk about it as we're showing it. But well, I'll explain something after too that I was kind of excited about at the
cameras?
time.
No, like little fucking tiny ones, like in the fucking wall.
Fucking pinhole cameras? The little tiny spy cams?
Yeah. Yeah, like spy shit. I found
where's
like
the
10 of
picture?
them in my fucking basement room, man. Somebody watched. Somebody just watched this fight. Somebody played for this shit to happen. Because that must have taken a long fucking time.
Somebody asked, will this all take be uploaded? Yep, we're going to upload it.
Tiny ass things.
10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Stop.
You two, you and Steph aren't
Exactly,
going home
on the
until we
dot.
sweep the whole house. Because
Also,
you found
also-
10. Were they just in your basement or were you all over the place?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, related to. Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to make sure that you got all of them.
Because it feels like pop-up video.
Fucking here
Yeah.
now.
The
Stuff
heck
will be here.
is what I think sells
Sort
this
things
whole
out.
thing.
Yeah, well. One good news is that I know Nick's not a problem. You may
Somebody
say
will be
that
waiting
it
at
doesn't
10
make
p.m.
sense,
Eastern.
and you may fucking say
You do
that
it, man.
No.
you make
Because we might be driving
I
at that
refuse.
point.
Nope.
We probably will be driving at
That
that
is
point.
We'll figure it out.
that fucking tree.
You can blame Jeff if it doesn't get done.
Give me the login. See what happens.
We drive off from
I know that it was my hands that broke it. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't remember doing it, but I know that I did it. You don't? Do you understand? Do you know what I'm fucking saying?
Even if that's true,
It is fucking
I
true.
don't-
I was there.
You don't understand it,
it's
but
not.
I believe
It's not a priority.
that's what happened.
I told you,
I
he's
said
like
I
a
can't keep
magnet.
myself-
Fucking thank you. Shit.
Subconsciously don't even want to be on camera. Just
Not with these images.
That's the first time.
Fucking right. Thank you.
As long as we don't have something to connect us back
I
to
thought
it.
we froze.
No, that's just how wooden our acting is at times.
I am so afraid right now. Somebody help me. Please, my life is a mess.
I make it all up for it in my twitching though, and it just looks like I have like I have to use the bathroom
We're
or
gonna
something.
take it one step at a time.
Call Steph. See when she's gonna get here.
It takes a
games
long
are on the
ass
menu
time to
tonight,
shop for
boys?
shit.
Menu games,
Spooky games.
spooky games.
Spooky.
whatever we got, spooky. I
What
guess.
was that?
'Cause it's
It was
October.
my phone sliding off the
Oh.
couch onto this empty box of yours.
Thought something was knocking. I will show you the spooky games when we are done.
Are they spooky Steam games or spooky 64 games or spooky Xbox games?
Spooky. Whichever. We've got some Dreamcast, some Xbox. Like one N64 game. We could do. Oh, we're done. We could do Spooky Stream. All right, Jeff, we're done. Technically.
All right, so now that we're not going to be talking over a video that is
I like
only
talking over
talking,
us.
Raccoon, I agree that it probably wasn't the best to throw in without pausing and talking about, but we just wanted to, I mean, again, this is all 10 years later, still a learning experiment.
Always.
Testing, can we mute this?
Oh, yeah, we can do this.
Have weird feedback.
You know, learning what works and what doesn't, and we just wanted to throw that out there as something different before, because we've been pretty strict and doing pretty well with the whole, once the live stream starts, we don't really do EMH stuff, but we'll like a 10-minute buffer about, you know, what we just showed. Evan's still in this chat, I think, so he made the comment joking about him wanting samurai bandages, and I think visually the video that we actually uploaded I thought looked incredible. You guys did incredible with, you know, hopping around, but I think both videos, Cairo said it almost gives it away too much, too early, too much, because Evan explicitly says in the beginning, Vinny, you know, don't film this, you bastard, or whatever, and you're like, okay, and you put it down, and then you put it down right in front of us. So it's like, you can give the benefit of the doubt to the viewer, and it's like, oh, Vinny's just putting the camera down, but it was too obvious from, you know, even in something that requires so much hand waving, it still was like, you know, gratuitous. But we also, the idea of why Evan was off screen is because he had the shit kicked out of him.
Right.
And it was easier to do that than bloody him up for sitting down and talking. So I think that's why it was such a drastic and pacing around video, what we actually ended up going with.
And so I do want to circle back to someone funnily saying, you know, like, no offense, it's P bad. But some of the takes, some of the things that we've done, I don't think this video is bad.
No.
But I definitely think the video we put out is better, which is why we put it out. Because I remember sitting down and watching some of this and going, we need, like, just the
There's a
agreement
lot of dead time.
We need something. We need more. We need to make this more dynamic. And we got what we got because Evan and I were like, here we go, let's film this.
Yeah.
We filmed it. So a lot of these alternate takes and things that you're going to see may be lesser versions, because if they were better versions, we would have posted them instead as the, you know, if we felt that it fit the story better, that would have been what we actually uploaded. Different take of that, though, you're also used to seeing it one certain way. So you've been watching it one way for 10 years. So some things may be stylistically a little better, but because you're used to seeing it one way, you're going to be like,
So
wrong.
that actually answers one of the questions we had. Also, Say Puma asks, I know I'd asked this before on AskEMH, but would the bloopers be uploaded as well at a later time?
Yes, we're toying around with what we want to do with. There's a lot. I mean, I think I tweeted a while ago at this point just how much data we have, and there's a lot of it.
Unlimited.
But like we recorded things called like production logs that we literally say the date, production log, and just record. It could be anything from Daniel laughing on the ground at Home Depot to a 3-minute conversation of us putting makeup on somebody.
Yeah.
So there's a big discrepancy in the quality there. There's a spectrum of the quality we have of the production logs. So stuff like that, we might just say fuck it and upload them chronologically and, you know, hope for the best. But for the like bloopers, that's something that could either be edited into feature, like into like a 20-minute blocks, or something like just straight, you know, raw, here's bloopers. Because likewise, it could be 5 seconds of, you know, Alex dropping a bottle of water, or like a take going catastrophically wrong.
Yeah.
So there's like, how do you balance it? Because we can like America's Funniest Videos it and, you know, talk over certain scenes, but like
We sure can talk over scenes. You guys saw it firsthand.
to that extent, like I don't think there's as many like America's Funniest Videos bloopers
No,
as you
there's
would
not.
imagine. There's stuff with context and us describing what went wrong.
Mhm.
I think could be features, but like if there's, you know, 5 hours of that, then there's maybe a half hour of crotch shots and, you know, the actual bloopers. Because I mean, anything that required props or anything, that was on the low funding we had, and
Yes.
we wanted to get it right, and we lucked out a lot.
Yeah,
with,
we really did.
like the big stuff for that. So like you'll never see the rake getting hit by a car or something.
Nice.
Season 2.
I've got
Don't do that.
questions to lead us into games.
Yes.
If we are ready
Do
to
that. I'm always ready for
veer
games.
away from EMH questions.
Yes, goodbye, EMH.
Goodbye EMH questions. They will not be answered. Put them on the hashtag AskEMH on Twitter if you want them to maybe be answered.
Or don't if you don't have a Twitter.
I mean,
just
it,
won't answer
it takes 5 seconds to make a Twitter.
Don't do that.
Just saying, it does not take long. Right Bland asks, have you guys seen This Room Does Not Exist yet? It's
We
evidently...
talked about that.
Did we?
Yes, that came up last stream, I think.
Did it?
Yes.
I don't remember.
I did not. Did not see it. Did you?
No, I remember talking
We
about
did
it.
talk
though.
about it, and I remember going, I'm going to watch that, and then just didn't remember to.
You know what? I'm confusing it with what's the
This-
unedited footage of the bear guy.
This house has people in it, Alan Resnick.
That's what I'm thinking about. And This Room Does Not Exist is a web series, I think, right?
I'm not sure. People say it's an ARG, but you know how my
I'm saying
definitions
it's
work.
not Adult Swim. It's somebody on the internet making
From
a
my
project.
understanding, I'll be honest, ever since my papers in college about ARGs, I'm like kind of ARG'd out, so I don't
Yeah.
pay attention to them as much as I used to, at least until I'm in grad school, and then I'll probably do just that. But I think people are asking because Nightmind recently did a video on it.
Oh, well, that's cool. No, I mean, obviously, we have a lot of love for Nightmind stuff, but I don't generally watch a lot of YouTube stuff, believe it or not. You don't either, Vinny, do you?
No, I don't watch YouTube ever.
Yeah, no, I think we got really burned by the whole, what's up, fam, like and smash, and it's just like,
I just don't have the time.
you don't have
Like
the time.
and smash.
Like,
I
to
like
smash that
TikTok a
button.
lot because it's 3 seconds at a time. All right, so we have some spooky games.
What are we playing?
You remember the YouTube conversation?
Depends. I hate YouTube.
Yeah, no, like all our friends say that though. It's like, oh, do you know so and so? It's like, what? Like, I feel like we're 80 years old
I feel
talking
80
about
years old.
YouTube people.
Speaking of 80 years old, we have some games that are spooky
And 80 years old.
and 80 years old. Some are single-player experiences that we can play together. Some are multiplayer experiences.
Hand me the stack.
There's 2 stacks.
The like small stack.
Okay, small stack. First game you guys can pick. We have Silent Hill 2. Restless Dreams for the Xbox. The original Xbox. Xbox Classic? What do they call? I don't know. OG. We have Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil, also for the old-ass Xbox.
Xbox.
We have a co-op horror game about zombie plants featuring the music of Sum 41 and Span called Obscure. Good game. Unique 2-player cooperative mode. We also have...
Is
Natalia wants to hold them up.
is Smash Mouth in that?
No. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare. Please don't make us play this.
Why
And
did you give
Nemesis,
me the
because
option?
they'll be just as bored as we are. Like, don't choose this one. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Y'all who pick. But we'll sit here forever and not play. Let's throw
I
a
guess
poll
that's
up
it.
there.
Evan, I've always wanted to play Soul Reaver. Well, I guess that's what we're playing.
guess
If we're
we're
doing
playing
a
Soul
best
We
night
have
ever.
to do it because it's
Oh,
the best night
no.
ever.
Gotta.
Will you guys ever...
We
mind?
answer this question like every single stream.
They love Minecraft.
Minecraft.
That's
Everyone
good.
loves Minecraft.
Everyone
though.
loves Minecraft,
I
but
love
it's every single stream.
All right. Do I have Soul Reaver? I don't think it's in this case.
Once you set it up,
I think
I will
Space
start
Channel
asking
5 is in
questions.
this case. Which
Whoa.
you can play Space Channel 5 instead.
No, that's such a misdirection. Such a one direction. How do you care enough about a PlayStation? What is this?
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast game that you're being upset for missing it, Evan? This is, you deserve this.
Should we play a different game?
Do we actually
him?
have it, or is it Space Shuttle?
Oh, I have it. I know where it is. It's here. I guarantee
That's
you
the
it's in
real
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Oh,
Soul Reaver.
hang on. Check that out. Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver. All right, we'll do Soul Reaver for a little bit just to make Evan cry And then we'll go ahead and we can play the co-op game because I think that'd be fun. The
Yeah.
co-op horror.
I thought this question was serious, but it's from Evan, so we're ignoring it.
No, don't ignore.
Killing Nick with my bare hands.
Yeah. Evan Jennings asks, question for Jeff. You've been quoted as saying, I will kill Nick Nocturne with my bare hands. Can you elaborate on that?
He knows what he did. He sundered the alliance of our two nations, and it won't go unpunished. That's all there is to it. He refused my offer, and
You're gonna start drama if you
Here,
don't
hold this.
clarify that you're joking.
everything I say is a lie. Why do people believe me when I say Nick Nocturne
Stomped on
raped,
200
stomped on
kittens.
200 kittens while we were making wine in Martha's Vineyard last summer?
Okay, we're gonna jump ahead. We got a $5 donation.
Thank
from
you.
Tom Ferrara.
Tom,
Thank
that was
you.
very nice.
Vinny,
Yo,
did you ever get to meet the Australian version of you?
Excuse me?
from what? Candy Bowl from last year? Is that what we're talking about?
I'm not sure. They don't clarify. I'll keep an eye on the chat and see if they do.
No, I did not. If that's what you mean, but I really want to.
He says he did not if you're talking about the candy bowl, but he really wants to.
Who is that? Is that somebody?
Tom Ferrara
No,
is...
no, the
Okay.
Australian guy.
I don't know. Alright.
Waiting for decoding.
Question. Did Jeff and Vin create a TikTok just to pressure Evan into getting the platform he despises the most?
No.
No.
I think if we did stuff purely to influence one another, we would have killed ourselves about 4 years ago.
Oh. I have a question for Vinny, but I'm going to wait until he's actually in front of the mic to...
Yeah, he's doing some technical stuff right now, so we're trying to get the Soul Reaver going. I think I played this when I was really young. Which I would have had to because it was Dreamcast.
You ready for this? You ready
Yeah.
for this one? Dreamcast was before my time.
Weird.
I don't think any of my cousins or anything had them. I think the earliest system I remember was PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64.
No, you know what I was thinking about? I think original PlayStation game. What came before Shadow of the Colossus? Oni?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I need to have my game design degree revoked because I don't know the answer to this question.
I think it was just the
Was
name.
it by the same
I think it was the story before.
Ico.
Ica?
Ico.
Ico, yes. That I remember playing with my uncle. That's what I was thinking when I saw this moving around.
I really need to get it revoked. I think that was on my need to play list for a class or two.
Let's see, do we have a component signal? What's happening?
Okay, I see that question for Vinny. We're gonna wait until he's in front of the microphone.
Nobody
for
asks
that.
me questions until I leave. Nobody loves you until you... Oh. We might be playing this in black and white today. Which is an interesting
That's
revelation.
aesthetic.
It's something.
Nazumi VA asks, Vin, you gotta pick up I'll Bleed sometime if you get the chance. Great schlocky Dreamcast horror, absolutely ridiculous.
Ooh, what's it called?
All Bleed, ILLBLEED, no space.
Was it a North American release? Can I get it here?
I don't know.
Because that would be rad.
Be rad.
Be rad.
Heard about the game from Right Bland. Heard about the game where Peanut Gang fights zombies. It's called Resident Beagle. I do not think I have ever heard of that game
I don't
before.
think it exists.
You don't think it exists?
No,
That's your
I
official
would
bet on
put
that.
money. I would put a lot of money on the fact that that does not exist.
Crystal Fear, question for Talia, what's your favorite goth band? Mine's Rasputina. Rasputina is really good. I don't know if I would consider any of the music I listen to goth by nature. Like, I listen to a lot of...
It's inorganic goth.
What?
It's inorganic.
Inorganic goth? Like, I listen to a lot
Do you
of
get it? Because you said
rock.
by nature.
I'm gonna hit you. I listen to a lot of rock. I don't think Rammstein would really be considered goth because they're more industrial. If I had to literally say the most goth band I listen to, it's probably Evanescence in 2019, but that's only because I know she looks goth. Rasputina is good though. I've listened to some of their stuff before.
Almost there.
Sepuma says, y'all thought about doing individual mics that you can just tape to your shirt, or would that be too expensive?
Too expensive.
Vinny says too expensive.
Yeah, I mean, we could try that, but that'd be a pain in the ass, and we have to buy more stuff for it.
Yeah. And actually, honestly, I have lavs. I just don't. We don't have to.
I feel like with just how much we bounce
Yeah,
around and
not
shit
that.
too, we mess something up.
Boom. We have a game.
That's a question for Evan. He's in chat.
All right. We have a game. Jeff.
Rammstein is Def Goth, then yeah, I would say Rammstein is probably one of the most goth bands I listen to.
What are the questions
Look
for
at that.
me?
The question for you,
Yeah.
Is
Let
how
me
did
go
you get
find
caught when you were sneaking behind the guards?
Up my ass cheeks.
I just
Of
saw it.
course.
Vinny,
Yo.
what's your TikTok account name? That's your question.
Why are you so disappointed, Vinny?
Vinny Everyman. I think. Is it, Jeff? Look it up.
Is it?
I don't know. I think it
I
is.
gotta look now.
Do you have any videos on it of you? So
He
can
does.
click-
Yeah, it's in my e-girl
He
one.
does.
The last chat I told you guys I was making an e-girl account, and I put up my first e-girl video.
It's Vinny Everyman. Are you proud?
Oh, my extrapolation.
Where's the voice coming from? Okay.
You can hear it from my headphones.
Ew.
Nozumi VA says, y'all ever want a copy of Sonic Shuffle for Dreamcast? Let me know. I've got one I'm willing to lend.
That's cool.
Is that like one of those awful Sonic games that like no one talks about anymore? Or is that like actually a good one?
I think, was it Grumps or Oni Plays played Sonic Shuffle once? I think it was like Oni Plays and Aaron. But I don't remember
Those
if it
are
was
all
good or
names
not.
that I don't know.
They're gaming YouTubers.
See, if you were to say Oni Plays was the name of the game I was thinking of before, the
Yeah.
prequel to Shadow
Yeah,
of the
but like,
Colossus,
yeah, that's it.
I would have believed you.
From Bulletproof Vendetta, when will you be selling bathwater, Vinny?
Well, I have to take a bath.
So tonight, 10
So,
p.m.
10
it goes
p.m.
live.
Eastern Standard Time, the website goes live with my bathwater.
VinnyEverybath.net,
Oh,
because .com would be registered
you
as
thought
a...
$30 was a
adult
steal?
site?
Wait till you get 2 for $20.
Don't drink this.
Drink it. Make it into tea.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that y'all are absolutely free not to respond to this and shut this one down.
I'm not going to.
But I'm gonna ask.
I'm going to power through.
From Tom Ferrara, what was your reaction to Nick Nocturne's physical appearance?
He's the most normal looking dude you will ever see.
Handsome.
Except for the...
Exceptional.
He has this really intense... like
4 eyes.
face tattoo. It's like it looks like Starry Night, but with like more purples in it.
Is that what that
It was
is? That what he's going
intense.
for?
Yeah, well, it was riding the back of the universe tiger, but from the point of view of the
Oh.
rider. So you're looking out into the galaxy.
And I only saw him from like.
Yeah, no, it was
The whole night, just
No,
from a certain.
Yeah, really.
really normal looking dude.
Handsome, exceptionally
I
handsome.
thought another one of our friends was
Just keep
him
saying.
before
I've never
I
seen him.
actually
We've never
spoke to
seen him. We're lying.
Then who was phone?
Alright. Next question. This is a very long intro. I'm very surprised that a Dreamcast game has
oh
this
no
long
no!
intro.
This is like super. This is
Season 2 part
emo.
Part 4 of the intro.
Hot Topic, circa 2005, and it's all like, this body is torment, and I can no longer live in the void that I have created of my own accord.
It created a lot of "Where's my hug, guys?" is what you're saying.
Yes. So the cutscenes are literally like 2 things happen, but they talk about it for 5 minutes and how painful it was.
Of course.
This looks like Kingdom Hearts, but for the
How
horde. For the horde.
For the
Dare
horde.
you? How dare
Doesn't it?
How dare
Doesn't
you?
it?
It does.
Listen, I'm so glad I have so
haven't been
much.
paying attention.
I have so much love for your love of that game, but a lot of the cinematics are characters
I
standing on
understand.
4x4 blocks
And falling
that's-
into water, I get
No, tell me that's
I
like
see
you hear
where
some
you're coming from.
jag-off Mickey speaking in the distance
Jag off.
All right, we're
Mickey.
gonna get back to questions.
Good.
before I upset you.
I don't think you can upset me.
When you
I'm
walk
not gonna say
No, that's a
Okay,
lie.
cool.
You could upset me, but I don't think you would.
With Kingdom Hearts.
Not with Kingdom Hearts. All right.
Oh baby.
Seems problematic says, do you guys find it weird seeing the lot of people on TikTok cosplaying from media you guys have created?
No, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean
think it's
that's just
cool.
like an extension of fan art.
Yeah.
And if it's not, and if it is gratuitous, if it's not shoved in our face, then it's not going to bother
Well, I was
us.
going to say, I think the cool thing about TikTok is it really doesn't leave much room for gratuity.
No,
It's just like,
Because it's,
here's
like,
Vinny
censored.
singing a song, here's Jeff
Yeah.
playing a game, here's Evan doing whatever. It's always just,
No, it's an
pretty tame.
extension of the fan
yeah.
viewer creation, so it's pretty cool.
This cutscene is still happening, by the way.
All right.
That has been going on for at least 5 minutes now.
Next question that is kind of related. This is a question for everyone. What's your reaction to fan fiction and ships of EMH characters?
I think we sort of answered this before. My answer is going to be really boring. I don't mind it. I don't care. I don't look at it. I don't even go online ever, except to like make e-girl TikToks and like live in my own little world.
Sell
So
the water.
I don't care. I don't. I truly don't.
Yeah, I think it's just my one, not concern, but just because I've dealt with people, it's like, I think not so much the fiction itself, I don't care really about that stuff, but the people people I've known who, or, write it or whatever, tend to be the ones that most latch onto you like they know us. So it's not so much I have a problem with the fiction, it's just I have a bad association with it because of particularly no boundaries people that we've dealt with. So I don't have an issue with it itself
I'm
being
moving.
a thing. It's just watch out for people in that community, I guess. Is that a better way of putting it?
I
Sure.
think you make sense. I think for me, it's interesting because I was a fan of EMH initially. I never wrote fan fiction or anything.
Oh no, I saw
should
your,
have.
I
your
did-
4,000 page novella about
I did
Jeff doing his taxes.
I did fan art, but
Was it of Jeff doing? Can we commission you to do Jeff doing his
if
taxes?
you pay me money, I will do
Jeff
it.
will pay you money.
I'm having a
Jeff, pay
sale.
him. Pay
I think-
Talia right now.
For me, it's interesting because over time I've become less okay with it. Not even necessarily because there are very respectful people online. Like, do not get me wrong, the majority of fans and fanfiction writers seem to be respectful, but there is a very vocal subset of people who I honestly do not believe can separate fiction from reality. And it's like Jeff said, they feel like they know y'all when they really don't. And I feel like there's a sense of entitlement to what you're doing. Like, people who steal pictures of y'all just to, like, spam Instagram accounts with that. That's,
Sure.
in my mind, that's not okay. And Jeff and I have had multiple conversations about how we view the fandom because you've been dealing with it for 9 years. I've been dealing with it for 2 as a partner of you.
Yeah.
So,
See, for me, I don't even think of it as dealing with because it's so easy to just go, okay, bye.
I'm
It's
in
nothing to
between
deal
that,
with. It's not
yeah.
like they're at my house. It's not like they're in my I don't really. I get what you're saying, but also for me, it's like it's so easy to not deal with
Not
it by
even-
not engaging the
Not
community.
even about fandom, just about people. It's like sometimes if like that squeaky wheel is getting so much attention, just lop it off and
Yeah.
ignore it. Like your car will explode or you'll be fine.
That was such a
Way with words,
yes.
I think to a certain extent I agree with that. But then it's also hard when you have people sending things to, like, Amanda and I of,
Well,
like,
yeah, well,
why
obviously-
are you with blah, blah, blah?
Obviously, fuck those people.
or
We deal with
whatever.
Those
See,
block
and
them or
you
blow-
was
blow up their
Amanda
attention.
part of the? See, you guys were both part of the community before, though, right? So you were
I
like
think Amanda
on the
was for
other
a little
side,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I get why it's a little different because you were part of it, and people are still approaching you because you were part of a community. Whereas, like, I never had that problem because, like,
You were always on the other side of the fence.
right, I was on the other side of the fence, and my partners were always on the other side of the fence. So I was able to be blissfully, like, just unaware of anything.
Mm-hmm. So that's the long answer to your short
Yes.
question.
Don't be weird. Regardless,
Just don't be-
regardless
don't
of
be
whether
an
I can ignore it
asshole.
or not. Don't be a jerk. We made stuff to
Do
be
not
nice.
approach a stranger and try to understand what being a stranger to people actually is with something you would not say to a family member.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
best friends are different. We're awful to one another, but we accept that.
Oh yeah, so that is the one thing I will say does get weird is when like you come at us with like a jab right off the bat, like you're like, you fucking asshole. And
Hey,
it's like,
fucktard.
what? It's like, dude, what? I don't know you like that. I can call him a fuckface because we've known each other for a decade and a half at this point. But please, it hurts my feelings when you call me a
Just
fuckface.
respect boundaries. And if you don't know the boundaries,
Yes.
take a step back
Can
and
we
learn
talk
something.
about the Dreamcast real quick? Who put the wire on the bottom of the
I
controller?
was
It
wondering if that
hurts.
was going to come into effect, 'cause that
It's
sucks.
fucking awful, dude.
All right.
Oh.
Lily Vivian,
Yes.
what do you think about the geopolitical consequences of the fall of the Qing dynasty and how it affected East Asia through the 20th century?
That's such a good question. I don't know.
The Qing dynasty, was that up to like 1911 or was it way back when? I'm not getting into
Baby,
this,
I don't
actually.
know. I do not know.
Just leave it, Jeff. Yes. You tell me, what do you think?
What is it? How does it make you feel?
Yeah.
Moving
Gotta
on.
Suck them souls. Gotta suck that soul, buddy. Yeah, give me that soul.
And it was 1911.
Nice.
Steel trap.
My goodness. I need to go and
That's
check
as good
it.
as we're gonna get. Just
yeah,
leave
no,
it.
that's it. I peeked.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I missed this question earlier, so we're gonna skip around just a little bit. I saw it and then I did not read it because we got distracted. Harrison asks, have any of you seen the films Samsara or Baraka? Just watched Samsara for the first time and loved it.
I don't think I did.
No,
You?
I don't think I've ever heard of them. Baraka, like the MK character in Mortal Kombat. I honestly have not. What kind of films are there?
I would imagine horror, because
Somebody.
when they asked, it was like around the same time we were talking about horror games.
Oh, okay.
Super Baby asks, do any of y'all like the movie 28 Days Later or the sequel, or favorite zombie films?
See, we were very spoiled at that point in, what was that, late 2000s?
Yeah.
Zombie movies. I think everybody, I think we all liked the first one at least. And
Yes.
The second one was fun too.
I think they were both good in their own right. The first one I think is actually a zombie masterpiece, especially for its time. And that was digital film. That was like a digital movie.
What do you
It
mean?
was shot on digital, not film. Like a digital camera.
What's the difference in quality with that?
I mean, if you
I remember
go back and
talking
watch
about
it,
that,
go back
though,
and
yeah.
watch it, you'll see immediately. It looks like a fucking webcam.
Oh,
In
you know what? I
2019.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think we discussed that before.
But I think it's really cool. I think it's really innovative. I really liked the different iterations, like the different sort of
Iterations, you say.
iterations
Iterations, you say.
But forget that. It was good. And then the 28 weeks later was like more standard zombie fare than the first one, but it was
didn't
a lot of fun.
Hawkeye get in that one? Didn't he get flamethrowed or something? Wasn't Jeremy Renner the American soldier?
Oh my god.
Or was that like?
Was he?
Was there a second sequel?
No, there was not a months later.
No, yeah, Jeremy Renner was the guy that saves the little kid, but then gets got as he's driving
think
away in
you're
the
right.
white car. I think I could be totally making that up, but
Favorite zombie movie though?
that's impossible. Are you saying it is, or
No.
oh, you're
No,
asking?
I'm thinking
Favorite
because that was
zombie
another part of the
movie?
question.
I almost have to say the original Dawn of the Dead, just because.
Okay.
But
Return of the Living Dead.
no, I know
For
that's
me,
yours. Yeah, no, easily.
100% Return of the Living Dead. It brings a smile to my face.
It's a lot of fun.
It's so
the
good.
ending is incredible.
It's so good. I can never remember the line, but where the zombie talks and he's like, "Send more cops."
More cops.
We're gonna skip around just a little bit because we got another donation.
Thank you.
$5 from Brittany Eastman.
The-
Thank you.
I will. Sorry, thank you, Brittany. I will forever defend the remake of Dawn of the Dead, though, as
Oh,
one
yeah.
of my favorite schlocky 2000s movies. That got me started on this whole horror kick because that was around the whole time
Yes.
of Dawn of the Dead,
Yep.
all the Cornetto movies. Well, really only Hot Fuzz is the other one. Yeah, I'll bring up something after this.
Brittany asks, "Hey Vinny, do you ever plan to join your friends in their When We Were Evil campaign?"
No, I don't. I really think it's very cool that they have this long-running campaign, and I've watched at least 2 hours of the content, and I think it's really cool, and I like hearing it from them. But I'm really, really, really not interested in tabletop games. In the sense that I like one-offs a lot. You've seen me play a couple of them if you've watched this channel. But I don't have the time, or really the desire to play long campaigns. So I will watch from the sidelines and enjoy, but I would never get involved.
We should see if.
For the question,
I don't think you got to experience them yet, but we might. Evan was asking us how we prefer to get our rewards in the campaign. We started the last season off with like character-centric videos. So like one was all for Alex's character, the Headhunter, and we all played supporting
Wow.
characters, or me and
Right,
Amanda
right.
played supporting characters. And then I played one for me, and Alex played an emo boy who was incredible. and Amanda played I think a dead princess or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like they play someone who's not their normal character as like this one special stand-in for a campaign. So like I wonder if we could introduce you as a one-off. You know, you ever
I would do
feeling
that.
into that?
Or
Yeah.
like whenever Julie's over, she has her character that she hops in and plays.
Oh yeah, have like a recurring
Yeah.
character that's not important. Oh, she's important.
She
but
is very
a
important.
character that's not there every time.
She's very strong.
What do you do?
We almost died without her last time. But
I
we-
almost absolutely died
persevered.
without her.
without her ace in the hole apex.
She wasn't there. I would have gotten got by a gator.
Oh
Can I
yeah,
go in
and
sunlight?
for anybody who has watched but isn't caught up with When We Were Evil, we just wrapped up chapter 2.
Act two.
Act 2, yeah. Kind of interject whatever word works, but
Section.
I'm thinking,
Chunk.
and that's getting ahead of ourselves, but yeah, they seem to go in 20 episode blocks, so we have 2 complete chapters for it's a lot of Evan's good story.
Evan is a great DM. It's ridiculous. Tom Ferrara asks, "What are y'all dressing up for as Halloween?"
That's a
In order, that question.
Halloween.
Yes, Halloween.
What are you being, Vinny? Because we have our idea.
I don't know, actually. You guys?
Do you know what you're doing for Halloween yet?
Yes, I do.
I even
do
had
know.
an idea earlier today.
If it's a
about next
location, you want to wait until after it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thought so. Yeah, I don't know exactly what we're doing, but we're thinking of doing. Do you want to tell them, or do you want to keep it a surprise?
I don't know. There's no reason to keep it
No,
a
I
surprise.
don't know. But the goofy pictures and stuff. I think what we're gonna go is Team Rocket Grunts, and probably the easiest costume we've ever had to deal with, and the cheapest. But yeah, that's gonna be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
We might try to convince Evan and Amanda
To join
to
us.
join
That
us. I
would be
think Amanda
hilarious.
seemed into it, so who knows?
Well, and you and I have Pokemon plushies that we can literally carry around with us.
Oh
so-
yeah.
I was thinking earlier today in the car, next year I want to go as a time capsule scene girl. Like, I want to do the stripes and the hair and everything.
Nice.
I think it would be great.
So would I have to get like oh god, Vinny, what are those flare out black
Trip pants?
pants? Yes. The one that freaking
You
Lauren
don't have
wears.
to. I'm not going to force you to be seen
Oh
with
my
me.
god, as if that's like that would be a curse, please.
Be seen with me. Then. We'll do it. We'll literally
And then
Google,
we-
like, early 2000s scene
I
kids.
don't have to Google it. That's seared into my mind.
No, but it's different. You
I
were
was
a MySpace
there,
kid,
Gandalf.
weren't you?
I've seen it.
MySpace is different from scene.
Good.
I've seen it. My best friends were scene kids.
Were they really?
Seriously.
Have you seen
Remember
pictures
Look
of
at
our...
that face.
I love
Look at
him.
that.
he's perfect. That looks like something Evan would draw.
Wow.
Like the mask. No, seriously,
Yeah.
that like smiley mask. That looks straight like the Happy Land mask.
What was I thinking of? Have you seen our friend Blythe's pictures of when they were seen in high
Yes.
school? They were like what I wanted
Incredible.
to be.
They were the
looking at.
proto scene kid.
Oh my god. Rabbit713 asks, "How do you guys get inspiration for stuff?"
That's a good question. Just be present mentally, I guess.
Yeah.
And try to take stuff in. I feel like I've noticed if I'm feeling like if I'm depressed, if I'm in a rut, you're gonna feel especially not inspired by things, and that's gonna compound. So when you're not being like obviously if you're if you have depression or you're anxious and you're suffering through that stuff, obviously you can't just will that away. But times that that's not affecting you, if you can find those breaks, try to be present in that time, because otherwise the weight of it's going to compound. I guess it's like mental exercise is really like acknowledging when you can be awake for that stuff and when you just have to deal with whatever you're dealing with instead. I know that was something we always talked about, just being present.
Yeah.
Vinny,
Yes.
how do you get inspiration for stuff? Did you answer that?
No, I didn't. Similar to what Jeff's saying, everything I watch, if I really, really, really like it, I sort of go into the mindset of, oh, that's really cool. How can I do something myself that makes me feel like feeling that I had while watching this thing? So that's literally exactly what happened with Marble Hornets, I think, for all of us.
I was going to say that. It was
Yeah.
kind of getting into that Q&A territory. With,
Yeah, which it was literally like, oh my god, we can do this and put our own spin on it. This is something that we have the ability to do. So if I see something I really like, I kind of go, how can I do it to my ability? And how can I get that feeling with my own art?
You know, it killed me the other day. I was going through Shudder, and I was watching just random stuff, and I ended up watching VHS 2 again. And remember the one movie with the zombies in the woods?
With the GoPro?
The GoPro?
Yeah.
And he shoots himself?
Yes.
The zombie kills itself?
Yes.
I was like, we could have just ripped that noise for the finale fight in EMH.
Yeah.
And that would have saved us so much heartbreak and would have come out better. But it was
We
like,
could've.
I was literally sitting there on the couch at like 3 a.m. and the gunshot goes off and I'm like, no. Like I sat up. I'm like, it's right there. It was right there. But no, we had to get creative and try to do it ourselves.
We did do it ourselves.
Okay, jumping around again. Tom
Yes.
Ferrara donates $2. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
What's your thoughts on The Walking Dead?
That's a can of worms.
Yeah.
I would
Can I do
imagine.
mine? Because
Go
mine's
for it.
very easy. I don't like it. I didn't like it from
Really?
season. I didn't like it from season
Yeah.
season 1.
See, I think
When season 1 ended and nothing fucking happened, I was like, okay, I'm out. Because this is going to be just like every other American TV show that
I
goes
think
on
the
for 12
nostalgia
seasons.
blurs it for me because
Yeah.
the first season we watched it like every night it came on. We had ramen nights at Evan's old house, and
That's
like
cute.
I distinctly remember, I think it was the season 1 finale when the camera pans and you see the prison or something, right?
I can't remember what happened.
Yeah,
to
and I remember it was the night we made ramen with the Doritos in there.
Oh yeah.
And
Taco ramen.
taco ramen. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think the comics were incredible. Evan and I would each like buy 2 of the graphic novels and then give them to the other,
Yeah.
and I think we fill out the first like 15 of them or something. But then, you know, they started like I caught up to the release ones,
Right.
and so I fell behind. I thought the books like that was like the one graphic novel series I haven't caught up with. So I think I have like a bias towards The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And like you said, the first season I thought was fun. I'm more patient with TV series. I thought the first couple were fine, but once they sat on the farm for like 20 episodes, I was starting to check out. That's what I think of Walking Dead. I'm like, if it kept going, I don't even know how many seasons I'm behind.
It's still going.
It's still going?
I think.
Are you
I think,
shitting
I think
me?
they're on their
I'm
last
almost
season.
positive it's still going.
Yeah.
No.
And don't they have like a spin-off and stuff too now?
Oh yeah, Fear the Walking Dead was a thing. I don't know if that's still a thing, but so like with same thing with the D&D campaigns. I don't like long form television either.
Valid.
I
That's
think
fair.
I think a lot of especially American shows end up just going way too long, and they run out of steam the 3rd or 4th season in, and now we're on season 12, and then it ends, and it's like that was sort of a waste for the past 7 years of my life. Which this is coming from the guy who made a fucking web series for 9 years.
See, yeah, are you? I don't want to.
That was it. No, just so as soon as I realized where they were going with it, as soon as I realized it was going to be a non-stop, like nothing's ever going to happen, it's going to be slow and steady, and then people will die like maybe once a season, I was out.
And that's what, like, I'm not trying to defend us by saying this, but when I would be like, I just wish they were more patient with us when we were making the project, it was because I knew we had a vision for it, and it was just a matter of, you know, making it and knowing that at least to us it was going to be a good payoff for EMH. But when I see shows like corporate products that are meandering, and you know, like, for better or worse, like that's like the producers and the actors' livelihood. Like, it's a business.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna want to just either keep it stringing along because people are watching. You know you're probably not gonna get a satisfying end game from that
Never.
at all.
Right.
So it's like when we were going through that, and people are like, these guys are writing themselves in circles or whatever. It was like, all right, that's frustrating, but I wouldn't give that patience to somebody else because of what our expectations from TV is.
Right.
So it's like, ironically, the longer that amateur or, you know, indie group are taking to make something, I give them more slack than something like a AAA game studio or a TV network do. Like,
Well, AAA game studios.
if
are
delays keep
different, I mean.
happening, I think it's usually a sign of some shit show behind the scenes.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. That's
I'm gonna ask this question and then run off screen for a second. Bulletproof Vendetta, are any of y'all Junji Ito fans? I am. I love his work. I think it's great. He's the horror manga
Yes.
artist
Yes.
that Amigara Fault This is
talked
my
about
whole-
we
Yeah.
talked about
A lot
this.
of body horror, eyeballs.
Oh,
and-
it's so good.
Yes.
Uzumaki. Good stuff.
Should we switch to Obscure, the co-op?
Sure.
Do it.
This is getting spooky, though. I hear little deer or little elk boys or something. All right, so we
So
were
how are the controls for that? Was that satisfying?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
There was some, like, you could do some pretty sick dodges and stuff. It felt real good. I didn't like the wire on the bottom of the controller.
Yeah, no, that was very
But I'm
distracting,
pretty
especially
used
for
to
a
that.
stream.
All right, next up, Obscure, purchased from Blockbuster Video on 11/30/06.
Ooh.
Here we go. Shinji Ito. Cool. I think it starts. This game starts right off the bat with the Sum 41 music. So we'll crank that. So
Oh, I said Smash Mouth. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You said it, and it instantly left my short-term memory.
That's why I was like, "What?
What am I
joking?
talking
What
about?
are you doing? I don't get the bit."
You doing your bit, we're gonna die.
All right. Xbox. Why am I still Xbox? And I have controllers this time that may or may not function. How long has it been, Jeff? How long has it
We've been
streaming?
doing this for like an hour, I think.
Cool. So we'll play like what, 15 minutes of this? Get past the tutorial, most likely.
Yeah.
I don't remember which
I'm
one.
sorry, I'm just reading the chat.
I don't remember which one is bad, but here you go.
Did we want to do the Centralia thing?
Oh yeah, I do. How do we do that? Where's
The
that?
same way we did the
Same way?
video. So that could be our little outro thing if you wanted. Do you even want to try this, or do you
no.
want to just get it
No,
out?
let's do that. Go ahead and tell the people what that is.
And you want to sign off after that?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not going to play Obscure. Maybe we'll do that next time.
Yes,
And if
I'll
it
leave
is
it
multiplayer,
It is.
we'll get like Evan to play when he's here. But I guess to round out this little post Q&A stream, we're going to share one more. It's going to be in the same playlist as the alternate takes, but it's not an alternate take at all. We touched upon it in the last Q&A, not the one you saw tonight, last week's, about our adventures at Centralia and how Alex had kind of derailed it with some of his own LARPing of being a character on top of a mountain, throwing stuff at people. Now, way back when we had the Facebook creators group that people who did, Slenderman projects, we had a big community there, and this was made before we were really even had big social media presences or anything. So one day, after actually getting the video out and everything, I mocked up a short video just for the creators group detailing our adventures on the mountain and my brother being a huge pain in the ass. So like the other videos, we're gonna upload this separately, but for now we'll watch it with you guys here, and you'll see our adventures at Centralia the day of production.
And if you could just talk for another second here.
And
Jeff.
Vinny's just working to get it back on because it was kind of a
If there's
last
any more
minute
questions,
thing.
feel free. I just want to make sure we have.
Yeah,
some.
no, we can take some chat questions for now, I guess.
There haven't been a lot of chat questions from what I can tell. A lot of them are talking about YouTube versus TV shows, like what y'all were talking about before I left. Some people going to bed. Some questions that I think have been answered or are on the list, I know for sure.
Oh yeah, no, because we record one or two at a time, but we're still going through a lot. It's an ever-growing pile, and sometimes if they've been asked before, we're going to skip them. So if you don't hear your name said, explicitly, we might have considered it already done.
Mm-hmm.
But
And I do try to, whenever I see a question that has been answered that can be publicly talked about, then I will say hey, it's been answered in a previous live stream or whatever. I do have a question I don't know if y'all covered. Nizumi VA asks, I just lost it. Anybody watch It's Always Sunny?
never heard of it.
You never heard of it? Never heard of it? Well, it was on in our house pretty much every night, even though you've seen every single episode.
I've watched It's Always Sunny on average nightly since about 2008.
I think like for the first month that we lived in the house together, we always have like the TV on while we're sleeping just for noise. I think it literally was Always Sunny for that first month.
It was always
Sunny.
We're ready.
We're ready.
I'm gonna.
Wow, look! I even had a typo in that.
Oh yeah, no, this is so bad. I just watched it.
It's incredible.
No, it's great. It's great, but it's so old. It's so low Q. So we're gonna let this play you out.
I'm so happy. It's so low effort.
We're gonna let this play out. We're gonna turn off the mic and then we'll cut the video. But this will be our goodbye now. Enjoy this. We will see you next week.
Oh my god.
So hold on. We cut this.
Who are you?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What are you doing?
Defending my mountain.
Well, can I come up your mountain?
If you want a rock in your eye,
Oh. Well, what happens to people that come up your mountain?
get a rock in your eye.
Oh man, who are you again?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Alright. Oh shit, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger! Oh my god! Oh my god! What? That's his mountain, don't go up there. Can I join your mountain? You'll get a rock in his eye. Oh, I hate this. I work with a bunch of amateurs. Just keep going. Jeff!
Oh, what happened? Jocelyn found her. We got her. We're good, guys. We're good.